to let you finish your 360 homework, but we have the best breaking news story of all time. This just in, live from Toronto, Kanye West is experiencing some technical difficulties. Let's watch. We believe he has a problem with his op amp. He's not providing the correct input to obtain the maximum output. In order to understand the problem with his op amp, let's take a closer look at the transfer function that defines the circuit. The transfer function can be defined at two specific points, the zeros and the poles. The zeros are values that make the numerator equal to 0. The system produces 0 output at the zeros. For example, the impedance of a filter at a 0 location will be a short circuit with no output. And the poles are values that make the denominator equal to 0. The system produces infinite output at the poles. For example, the impedance of a filter at the pole location will be an open circuit.
Alright, now that we know what a zero and a pole is, we're going to take a quick example here for our sample transfer function. For this transfer function, we have s plus 2 over s squared plus 7s plus 12, and this we can break down into calculating both the zeros and the poles of the system. So first off, to calculate the zeros, we know that the numerator has to be equal to 0. So for this example, we set s plus 2 equal to 0. This leads us to a 0 location of s equals negative 2. Now moving on to the poles, we have to set the denominator equal to 0. So in order to do this, we take the denominator of the transfer function, we factor it down into more easily readable and easier to kind of factor out form, and calculate the poles locations to be at s equal negative 3 and s equal to negative 4. Now that we know we can calculate the poles and the zeros by hand, we can demonstrate using MATLAB that the results are accurate. First, we take our transfer function on the left and create a system. Using that system, we are able to calculate the zeros and the poles by using the MATLAB function pzmap. For this specific transfer function, the poles are located at negative 4 and negative 3, and the zeros are located at negative 2. In addition to using MATLAB to calculate the poles and the zeros, we have used MATLAB to create a graphical representation of the step and impulse response of our transfer function. As shown here, we can see that the function overshoots slightly and decays at a steady rate, and in addition, we have represented our poles and zeros using the pole-zero map in MATLAB.
And now over to our field investigator for more information.
After further investigation and consultation with transfer function experts, we determined that Kanye's microphone was indeed broken. He was actually operating at the zeros of the transfer function, and that's why he wasn't able to receive any output. After consulting with our transfer function specialist, we have modeled Kanye's microphone with a simple circuit diagram that may look familiar to everyone who took exam 2. We performed a deeper dive into the model and have found that the transfer function is equal to the negative of the second impedance divided by the first impedance. We have calculated that Kanye is currently operating at a 0. As he has no output, we believe that he is currently functioning at one of the two listed zeros. In order to achieve the most volume to satisfy his fans, we suggest that Kanye fixes his microphone and operates at one of the two poles shown. This will help Kanye drown out the sound of all of his haters.
Welcome to the good life.